Welcome to tonight's webinar. I'm really excited to present to you our version update, version 9.1.0. We've had an awesome few weeks with programming. Just a couple of the things that you can see on the screen there now. When you first log into EzyMarketer, you'll get a pop-up showing you what some of the latest enhancements are. And if you click on the little button on the left, bottom left down there, I've noticed, thank you for sharing. All right, well then this pop-up won't appear again. All right, as we can see up here, our blog is now fully responsive, fully mobile responsive. We understand that there is more searches and people use the internet more on mobile phones and tablets, etc. these days compared with computers. So we're making sure that everything that we do is going to be mobile responsive. The only thing that's not just at this stage is our webinars, but that is something that we'll be working on in the first quarter of next year. New website templates, I'm going to showcase those tonight. And our contact manager enables you to duplicate emails now. So if you've got a similar email that you send out every day, every week, every whatever, you might have a newsletter or something, or you might have something advising people to go and look at an update on something. Instead of having to create the whole email, you can just go and duplicate that now. And of course, drum roll please, tonight is our very first webinar with our brand new webinar platform engine. It's the same engine that we've been using for web meetings for the last few months. So with web meetings, it's been going absolutely perfect. And so far tonight, it's all going great here as well. Great audio and great screen share with zero lag and so on. Plus, as you can see on the screen there, we've got recordings now. And those recordings are downloadable as MP4s. So I'm going to close this and then we'll get into Web Builder and show you some of the enhancements there. So we click on Website Builder. Okay, and look at this, guys. Before, we just had our website on the top left. Then we had our standard image or our download page opt-in form and our video landing page and our blogs, but these are the new ones. We've got 4 stunning looking video landing page templates and 4 image landing page templates. So motivate me, guys. What do you think? What do those 8 look like? Do you think they look can I get a wow or a woohoo in there in the chat box? Come on, don't be shy, type away. Okay, great. We got a wow and a woohoo. Fantastic, good job. So what we do here is that you can go and create a brand new website and start that with a clean slate and build on that, or you can use one of these dynamic new looking templates. So let's go and pick one. So first person to type in the chat box, we'll do a video one. First person to type in there, which one do you want to see? 1, 2, 3, or 4? Education. Okay. Well, Angela, 1. She's got number 4 because Peter, that wasn't 1, 2, 3, or 4. I know what you meant, but ladies first. So number 4. Okay. Music. So now look how quick and easy it is to go and set up a video landing page. We're just going to name it, and I'm going to call that webinar test December 20. You can name it whatever you wish. Nobody ever sees that. That's just for your own reference. Setting that up now for us. Waiting for us to do its magic and load it all in there. Okay, here we go. So everything that you see on here is editable. Where we can see up on the top, we've got music band. If we click on that, that's actually an image of the logo there. So music band looks as though that has been done with a transparent background and just the text. So you can put a logo up there. Whenever you click on something that is an image, you'll see the editor pop up on the left-hand side, and it will tell you what size that image should be. So we can see here 230 by 60. So you need to get your graphics person, or if you can do it yourself, get an image that you want up there of your logo or whatever you wish on there to be 230 by 60 pixels. Okay, if you want to include a link in there as well, you can include a link. You can just click on yes or no. So click on yes, and then you might link it off to another page that you go and create. or you could put a link in there to link off to an external page, and you can choose the target. And the target is whether it's going to be a new tab that pops open in your browser or self. Self means the existing website or web page will disappear and then the new one will appear. If you want to remove that totally, so it's not on there at all, you just go and click on yes, and that's removed. Then here on the right-hand side, what can we change here? Anywhere that there's text, you just highlight the text and our editor pops up. All right, so you can go and change any of that text there, make it bigger, smaller, change the colors and so forth, and just type whatever you wish on there. So I'm going to delete that off. And with the text editor, the first icon on the left enables you to insert a link. So anywhere on your page, you can link off to somewhere else. So you could say, click here to such and such, and then you could highlight the click here. So if that was click here, so we'd highlight that, and then on the left-hand side, you then go and put the URL in there where you wish it to link off to, and that will always go and open up in a new tab so you don't lose your original web page. So what did we have there before? Feel the energy. Okay, so all of that's changeable. The video, you want to change the video, you just click on the video. On the left-hand side, you would put your YouTube or your Vimeo ID in there. Okay, so a few options that we have here as well is that you can get the video not to play at all. So if you choose not to play, then one of the pop-ups will appear, and I'll show you those in a minute. So as soon as they go to push the play button, a pop-up will appear telling them to opt in to the left. Stop the video after a certain period of time. So we can do this on all the pages that have got videos on there. Even if you create a blank start from scratch website and put a video on there, we have the same features on here. Stop the video after a certain period of time. This is really good as a teaser video where you can go and put a promo on there or something, and then you could be teaching something, giving people free training, and you can be talking away, and then you can say, all you have to do is, and then they're ready to grab your magic sauce that you're going to be teaching them, and a pop-up says, opt in to watch the rest of the video. Okay, so that's great for marketing there. Or you can have it play the entire video, and what will happen there is that it's not compulsory for the person to opt in. So you could go and have that set to 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 2 minutes, whatever you wish to do. Then our options for our the pop-up, we can see that's on text now. So there's two texts, one opt into the left and one opt into the right. We've got 3 different men that you could choose from. We have 3 different ladies that you can choose from there as well. This is the same. You would have seen this before. All right, works exactly the same in all the video elements. So on our opt-in page, so we can change any of the text. Anywhere that there's text at all, you just click on it and you can change that. On the opt-in form itself, you click on that. And then on the left-hand side, you can choose an existing contact list. So all of the contact lists that you've created, look at them all that I've created there, tons of them in mine. All right, or you could go and create a new contact list. And then you just go and name it. Who do you want to send it from? What email you want to send it from? So you need to go into your hosting and go and create your email address with the Ezy hosting. Make sure you use the Ezy panel, not the control panel. So those of you that are experienced with building websites and managing control panel, do not create your emails within control panel. If you want those emails to be linked into EzyMarketer, you have to do it within the actual EzyMarketer control panel for the EzyMarketer panel in your hosting. So these are different emails that I've set up. So you just go and choose which email you want to send from. Then your thank you page. Okay, is the thank you page, and we'll come up to that, show you how that works just in a moment. Or if you wanted it to link off to somewhere else after they've opted in, you could go and put that link in there. If you wanted to add a tag to the contact list, all right, you can tag it. So then within Contact Manager, you can search the tag. So if this webinar today, as an example, I might want to put December 20, 2017 in there. Well, then I can go and search that in Contact Manager and find the people that have opted in from that. You can change any of these fields in here. No, you can't. Sorry, I thought we could. Let me check that. No, on these ones, on a future upgrade, you'll be able to change the fields in here. When you go and create one yourself in Web Builder, you can go and click on any of these and go and change any of those fields. So that is something that'll probably be taking effect next week or the week after, where you'll be able to then go and change. If you don't want the last name, well, then you could have it so it doesn't have the last name come up and so on. So we've got a question, can we change the man in the background? Let me just go and double check that. Yes, we can. Up in the top right, you will see the image button. When we click on the image button, all right, we can go and change the background, make a solid background color. If you wanted to change that image where the man is there, we can see here that the image size is 655 by 450 pixels. So you just go and select that from your computer. A couple other things we can do here is parallax effect. That's where you can scroll on the page and then the image stays still in the background. If you want to put a video playing in the background as well, you can make put a YouTube or a Vimeo link with that going in there. Okay, so let me just check for questions so far. Can we change the man? Yes, I've covered that for you, Mark. And can we have just one field in the forms and delete the other three? Yes, we'll be able to. Either next week or the following week, we'll be able to change that. So if you started a website from scratch, all right, and created a landing page from scratch, you can definitely do that. And I'll show you that. Remind me before we finish tonight, and I'll show you how we can do that. But on the templates, all right, oh, there we go. They fixed it already. No, they didn't. I didn't click on the right spot. Sorry. So here, look on the left-hand side here. So what did you want? You only wanted 3. So you only wanted one thing in there, Mark. So if you only wanted the email address, you could go and delete first name, last name. Don't want the phone number. Watch what happens here. I'll delete the phone number. Okay, phone number's gone. You want to change this around. You want first name up the top. Drag it. Now we have the first name at the top and the email. You don't want the last name. Okay, we go and click on that. Last name's gone. Okay, if you wanted to add something new on there, all right, if you wanted to create a custom field to go in there, you just enter that in here. You can add that. So if we wanted to say Monday or Tuesday. Okay, so whatever you wanted to type in there, you can put it in there, and then you can give people an option. They could then go and enter Monday or Tuesday. So it might be something there that you've got going to have a performance on, and you're trying to find out from people, do they want it to be on a Monday or Tuesday? Whatever you want that to be, if we click on add, that's now going to put it into the contact list. So then on the contact list, when people opt in, you'll be able to go into your contact manager, view the contact list, and then you'll be able to see the response that people put in there for Monday or Tuesday. We go down here to our autoresponders. The autoresponders you have to create within Contact Manager. I don't have time tonight to teach you that. You can look at other webinar replays and so forth and instructions how to do that. But that's all within Contact Manager. Okay, so can we add an image to the button on the form? No, don't worry about the questions, Mark. You're apologising for so many questions. That's the whole idea of these training sessions. And the whole idea of getting people to come onto a live webinar instead of just the recording, because then you'll be able to ask me questions direct. So can we add an image button on the form? Okay, so on these about get instant updates, is that what you're talking about? If you can let me know. Yes, okay, we can't do that. You can't put an image in there, but you can actually change. Let me just make sure. If you go, when I clicked on that, you'll see that we now have style up here. So if we go here to style, okay, and at the bottom it says get instant updates for event. All right, so if I want to change that to register for our event, and you can change the color of it. All right, change the text color, you can change the background color, but you can't actually put an image itself on there. All right, so click on apply changes. But we'll note that down and and discuss it with the team about the possibility of doing that. All right, so we can see down here that we've got my typo down there, so show you how quick and easy it is to change it. register for our event, apply changes, done. Okay, same with the text down the bottom, we can change that. Then we've got our location, all of these, we can change all the text, put our phone number, a different phone number in there, email us, got all the social media buttons. You want to delete any of them, you can go and add or delete any of these buttons off the bottom here. You want them to link off to somewhere, so you want your YouTube to link off to your YouTube channel, right? You enter the link over here on the left and it'll link off to YouTube. You want your Facebook to be linked off to your Facebook page or your Facebook group. All right, well then you can enter the link on there, choose the target. Okay, if you're going to be directing people off to Facebook or to anywhere else there, Pinterest or something, well then of course you're going to make, well, I shouldn't say of course, but if it was me, I'd be making a new tab. So then you'll have a second tab open here in the browser, and Facebook or YouTube or whatever would be open there, and then your page would still be visible. So that's applicable for everything that we do with all our web pages. Okay, so are we all good with that? So that's the first page, that's the opt-in page. Now, if we go up to the elements on the top left and we go to pages, okay, we can see home, and that's what we're at now, the actual home page. If we go up here to the center, you can see we're on home. Now, the opt-in pages for our templates all have 2 pages linked in together. So that's the thank you page is what we call the second page. So let's go to the thank you page now. You click on that, wait for it to load. Okay, there it is. So when people opt in to go and watch the video, then this is the page that people would actually view to opt in. After they've opted in, they'll be able to now watch the entire video. So again, you might have a video on the first screen, and then that's a teaser video, and then you have a full video or something in here. So you can go and change the video simply by clicking on it and adding your YouTube or your Vimeo link or ID in there. All the text you can go and change in here as well. These are templates, but you can go and add other things to it as well if you wish. Right? We can go over here to our elements, go to our content, and if you wanted to go and add some testimonials in there, we just scroll down here to our testimonials, grab testimonial header, pop that over here, wait for it to load. Okay, so testimonials, look at what our raving fans have to say about us. And let's say you've got 3 people that are giving you testimonials, drag and drop it over to the right. It'll always load it on the bottom. It won't here on this, sorry, because there's the footer. That's the footer, so it'll put it above the footer. So then you can go and adjust any of this, change any of the text. If you click on the person's head, the picture, it's telling you that if you want to upload a new image there, it's going to be 100 by 100 pixels. And just as a point with images, if it's bigger, all right, so just make sure it's square, 100 by 100. If it was 200 by 200, that's fine, it will reduce it. But if it's only 50 by 50, that will cause a problem because it's going to stretch the image. So if the image is bigger, that's good. But if the image is smaller, that's not so good. You can go and change any of those parts there. And of course, now you're going to go and change the background if you wanted to have the background color to go and match the color that you've got here on the rest of the page. Maybe a color off the footer, so then it's all the same. Or you might want to keep it white. You might want to change it the same color as what's in the top header here. All right, total flexibility with all of that. Sounds breaking up. Okay, what about now? Is that better? I was looking away from my microphone. Can everybody hear me okay? Okay, loud and clear. Okay, great. Sometimes because I've got dual monitors here, and sometimes when I'm and great, now my doorbell is gone. Somebody's rocked up. Don't you love that when you in the middle of a webinar and someone rings your doorbell? Guys, I'm going to put you on hold just for a sec. Sorry about that. Can I? Okay, I'm telecom. Oh boy, only in Thailand. That was the street sweepers coming asking if they wanted if I wanted to give them 100 baht to go and sweep all of our footpaths. Okay, so I'm back again and we are live. So that is proof that this is not a recording and it is live. So, okay, what was I talking about? Focus. All right, can someone enlighten me? Pop something in the chat box, refresh my memory. What was I doing there? I think I was going to change the background color or something. Okay, adding a link and so forth. All right, so that's all good. Are we all good to go with that? Any questions over what I've covered there so far? Just going to delete those out of here. Yeah, sure, Mark. All right, buddy. All right, so that's how we do the templates, and they're both integrated in together. So if you are building a website that wasn't using the templates, and you go to create your second page, you would then need to go here. We go to our elements and close the content, and go to our pages, and then you would add a new page. Okay, so look at a previous webinar recording and that'll show you how to do that. But the whole point of this, by having these templates done for you, all right, is that you don't have to go and create a second page. It's all done, all the colors all match and the same backgrounds and so forth and so forth. And the same we can do, I'm just going to save that now. And we can do exactly the same thing with our, go back here to create a website. I need to go up here to website, sorry. Oh, let me just go back to my websites again. Sorry. Where am I? Nope, lost myself. Just 2 secs. Go back to my websites. So there it is. Here is my webinar test. Okay, there's the share code. So if you are building that website or landing page for a team, you can go and give out your share code, and then they can just go and you can give them that code. They can come up here to the top right and go import website and enter the code and click on import, and then that whole website is created for them. All right, so that's great for team building. Now we don't have a website link because we haven't uploaded it yet. So to upload it, we go to the second icon. The first icon is to edit it, so you can go back at any time and edit. And the second one is the upload. The third one is to delete it. And the fourth one is to clone it. Cloning is very popular. You can just go and click on that and go and it duplicates that website. So you might want to have different URLs. You might have different domains that you've hosted with us, but you want to have the exact same website, but on lots of different domains. Very quick and easy to do that. So we just go now to upload the website. Click on upload. You can go and select whatever domain you want that you have hosted with us. We can see here I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 domains. So if I cloned that website, I could go and have that same website on 6 different domains if I wanted to. All right, if you've got 20 domains hosted with us, you can go and create landing pages, full websites, blogs, and so on from the one subscription to EzyMarketer and host them to all of the domains that you have hosted with us. So now we could call this music, whatever you wish to call the extension on that. Click upload and it will upload it for you. You don't have to log into Control Panel or do any of that stuff like what you have to do with WordPress and so on. Right, none of that with EzyMarketer. You just click on upload and it logs into the Control Panel, sets up all the file manager, grabs all the images and uploads everything for you automatically. And then it'll give you a congratulations that your website is now live. I'm not going to do that tonight. All right, so I'm just going to click on cancel. And if I don't want this in here anymore, I just go and click on the trash can and delete that. Do you want to delete? Yes, I do. Okay, Mark's asking, is there a HTML editor? Absolutely not, mate. This is websites made easy, not websites made complicated. So all of this is all built within our EzyMarketer. And what I'm have to be very conscious with this, feedback from a lot of people is where they've used other programs in the past, and 2 or 3 years ago, the programs were really easy to use. And then the developers keep adding too many complicated things to it. And then it all just gets too hard. So no HTML editor with this. Facebook reviews. Yes, that's a great idea. Okay. I'm going to make a note of that. Just bear with me a sec. Facebook Awesome suggestion. And nearly all of the enhancements that we make to our program all the time is by having sessions like what we're doing now. And then we have people coming on, going through the training with us and letting us know what they would like added to it. And if we can do it in a very simple way to make it easy for everybody, we will do it. But if it's complicated for people, like HTML codes and linking off to Awebers and MailChimps and doing all that sort of stuff, no, we won't do it. Everything is all inbuilt in here, so you don't need your Aweber account for your autoresponders. It's all inbuilt. So let's go to our websites again, and we'll go and have a look at another one. So that was our video landing page. Now our image landing pages. Okay, so let's have a look at this first one, travel. So I'm going to call this travel demo. It's installing that now. Oh, this looks pretty good, doesn't it? Look at that image there. Awesome. So exactly the same as what I showed you on the video page. All right, you can change anything here. If there's text, you just type on top of it. If there's an image, you click on it and you can add a new image. And then our opt-in box. Okay, whatever we want to grab from here. If we don't want their phone number, just like what we did before, we can go and delete that or leave it on. It's all fully customizable, exactly the same as the video one, except there's no video here. Okay, so what would you use an image landing page for? Well, we can see here that somebody can register to become a member. All right, so then you can capture their details and it goes into your email list to be able to keep them updated with your regular newsletters or whatever you wish to do with that. All right. It could also be the next page, the thank you page, could be a download page. So what we do there is that we come back to the elements and go to pages. So we look at the thank you page again. So the thank you page is the page that you go to after you've opted in. So let's have a look at that thank you page. Okay, thank you for joining us. Check your email inbox for our current members only red hot deals. All right, now what else you could use this for is that people might opt in and you might be giving them a free ebook. All right, so this could be the thank you page after they've opted in, and then you could say on there, thank you for requesting our ebook. Okay, whatever you wish to do there, and put all your text, whatever you want on there. So you might put on here, click here to download free copy of our such and such ebook. Okay, so then we can go click here, highlight that on the editor. You go and put the link in there. Now, where would you link it to? Okay, if you've got your ebook as a PDF, that might be in your Dropbox, it might be in your Google Drive, it might be in your Microsoft OneDrive, wherever you've got that uploaded to, well, then you would put the link, the download link in there. So that's how quick and easy it is to go and set up a download page. So they opt in to go and get your free ebook. Okay, we all good with that? Any questions on that one? And I'll zip through and show you all the other enhancements that we've made. So there's a couple of ideas of what you can use the image landing page for. So if I save that, come back here, we can see that I haven't got a web link yet because I haven't uploaded it. So no questions on that. Great. So I'm going to delete that one now. And then we'll get into create a new website as soon as that's deleted and show you some of the other enhancements that have been made to Web Builder. So when we create a new website, we go create new website. Webinar test 20. And first off, it's going to give you an instruction page. So we drag and drop elements from the left to build your website. So there's the elements up on the top left, but we have to click on empty page on the top right to delete this image and start building your website. So follow instructions, click empty page. Are you sure you want to empty this page? Yes or yes? Yes, we do. So now there's our brand new website. So we're starting with a blank canvas. So we go over here to the elements on the left. So I'm not going to show you all the elements tonight. I'm not going to go through the headers and the foot. Yes, I am. I'm going to show you a new header. So I'm going to zip through and show you all of the enhancements that I've done here. All right, so there's a new one. So on the header, we can go and drag and drop that over to the right-hand side. Okay, and then that is going to give you a new header strip on there. If I close, so that's actually taking up 2 lines, and the reason being is that the editor on the left is taking up some space here. So if I go and close that, you'll see that's on 1 line on there. Okay, so the whole idea of this, if I just go back to change the image again here. Okay, so I want to change the color in the background of that. Excuse me. I can click on the image and then go and choose what color. So if I wanted it like the example in there before was yellow, all right, apply changes. So there's yellow, and you just type on any of the text. And if you want it, just this first one to be bold, okay, we make it bold and so on. So that can now go and give, I want that to be black. That can give a header strip to go on top of your menu. So now we drag and drop our menu across. It's on the other page. Why is it doing that? Yes, what's happened here? Okay. Okay, let me drag that, try it again. Okay, again, another great thing with having a live webinar and a training session is that we can test and test and test, and then when we go live, we can find something that can happen. So the team will take a note of that and find out what has happened there. But the whole idea of that is to be able to have a header strip appear above your, let me just close that. So have that strip to appear above your top menu. Okay. So let's keep progressing. I've deleted that out of here. So if I come back now to the content, we've changed the order of the content here. All right, because as we've been enhancing and adding more, the sequence had come out of place a little bit. So now we've kind of done it in the sequence of what you would build your website. If you wanted to go and have your countdown timer, you drag and drop it. I'm not going to teach you those tonight. I'm only going to show you the new content that's been added. There's a new content, a smaller strip that can be used as a divider in between different sections or something on the top. All right, go and change the text, change the color, change the image in the background again. So there's just a thin strip, and we can see here that that is 1920 wide by 120 pixels high. So that can be a great divider in between different sections on your website. Come back over here again, go to our elements, and we slide down. I'll find some other new ones for you. So we can see here that all the opt-ins have been put up closer to the top. All the videos are now segmented together. And so we've got video on the left, video on the right, video on its own. All right, here's a couple of new images that we've done here now, image and text. Drag from the left, drop it over to the right. Wait for it to install. There we go. So here is, you can change that image just by clicking on the image, and it tells you here 585 by 450 pixels. So you go and choose the image from your computer. You can center it, have it on the left or have it on the right within the space that we have here, or you can remove the image totally. Anywhere that there's text, right, you can go and change any of that text. If there's a little check like here, you can go and remove that if you wanted to, right? So remove it, yes, or you can go and change it to be something else. So all of these other little icons, you could change it to be arrows, all sorts of different things in here. Okay, all fully customizable. So that's image on the left, text on the right. Now we go back to our elements again and look at the opposite to that. It's over here. Drag and drop it. Okay, and here's our exactly the same again. Go and change your headers, change the text, go and change the image. So image left, text right, vice versa. You want to remove any of the checks, you can go and remove those as well. So let's go back to our content. Okay. Our rollover is another new one on our features. So all of these icons here, we've got 2 icons, text underneath, 3 or 4 or 8 icons. So let's just go and grab one with 3 on here. Drag it across. Slide down. So some changes we've made here, some enhancements on here. So the rollover was green. Okay, so if we just click on this now, we can see that there's a new style up here. All right, so if we go to style, you can now go and choose the background color. So if I wanted to make it a blue button, apply changes. Okay, that's worked successfully. So now I'll move my mouse over and that's going to change the background color on there. If we go back over here, we can change the icon. There's a truckload of different icons that we can do in there. Or, as per Mark was asking before about the other button, if that could be an image, well, we can put an image in here. So you just go and select the image and we can see here that's got to be 80 pixels by 80 pixels. If you wanted it to be square instead of round, you can just go and click on the square. So a couple of changes I just made. I changed it to a desktop icon and I made it square. So we click on apply changes and now it's changed. Move our mouse and now we have to go back to our style because we made that change. Come here to apply changes. Well, what's it done? Go back. Okay, there we go. So we've got blue, green, and whatever you want on here. Change any of the text on the bottom, the same as before. So the new part here is that you can change the color of it and you can make an image, upload your image there instead of using an icon. So now let's go back to our elements, scroll down, and I'll find some other new ones here. There's our pricing, here's our text. Okay, we have a new text element here of only 1 paragraph. Okay, so a single paragraph. Okay, so there's your single paragraph of text. So you can put that on top of an image, put it on top of a video, or put it anywhere that you want that to go. You just go and highlight it and type whatever text you want. Now we can make it bigger. I'll grab that. Sorry, get there to come down. Oops. I need to grab that, move it up one. Okay, so to move any of the elements, you can just go and grab the crosshairs and move it up. So if I wanted it here, now I want that to be bigger, and I want that to be centered, and change that to make it bigger. I want it to be bold. I want to change the color. There it is. Okay, so you can use the single row of text to be whatever you want on there. So that's the new element, a new element. We've now got 3 buttons, 3 new buttons that you can line up underneath the columns. So if we go across here, there's our 3 rows of text coming in, and you wanted to put a button underneath one of them. There'll be more and more buttons will be added as time goes by as well. So later there'll be 3 buttons across there and so forth. So wait for that to load. Maybe I didn't drag it. There we go. So on our text, we just highlight the text and go and change it to whatever we want. And where is our button down the bottom? Okay, delete that one. And there's another little quirky thing that our team will watch this recording and then they'll be able to find out and fix whatever happened there. Something quirky happened and that didn't drop in there. But tomorrow or the following day, you'll be able to drag and drop the buttons and pop it over to this side. You'll be able to change any of the buttons, change the text, put links in there to link off to somewhere else. These are our dividers for the different sections, our contacts. All of that's the same as what's always already been in there before. So there's the enhancements that we've made to our content. Any questions before I move on to the next bit? I'll keep moving so we don't go over our 1 hour time schedule for tonight. We all good with that? Okay, great. So now let's go back. I'm going to go back to my websites. Excuse me. And I'm going to go to my dashboard. and go into Contact Manager and show you the final thing I've got to show you tonight, which is how to duplicate an email that you've created. So in Contact Manager, we go in here to email campaigns, and it will list all of the different email campaigns that you've done in the past, right? Or you can create a new email. I'm not here to teach you everything about Contact Manager tonight, but let's say I wanted to duplicate this email. So this was the email telling people about the training for tonight. And if I wanted to duplicate that, we can see on the right-hand side the different actions we've got here. The first action is to preview the email. The second is to edit the email. The next one is to send the email. So that's if you want to send the exact same one again. The next one is the stats. So you can click on that and see your campaign stats. So that's new. That's in here for every single email. You can check the stats on that. Now we can clone the campaign. If I just click on clone, are you sure you want to clone it? Yes. Wait for it to do its magic. There it is. So now we can see that we have two here the same. Now, why would we clone it instead of just sending it again? Right? Well, you might want to make some tweaks to it. So you might want to go and tweak the campaign subject line. You might want to tweak some of the content in there. Well, if you just went and resent the existing email, you haven't got the tweaks in there. Or if you did go and tweak that, well, then your original one is going to be different. So this gives you flexibility in here, all right, to be able to go and quickly and easily duplicate emails and send them again. So if it was for announcing a webinar in a week's time, as an example, you might want to go and duplicate that and go and send it and schedule it. So if you want to go and schedule it, we just go over here to send it. So if you want this email to go out tomorrow or the next day and then go and duplicate another one, all right, so you just go and select which contact list you want it sent to. So I'm just going to use this one. There's no context, but I'm just using that as a demo here. Slide down. I want to schedule my campaign. And now in the scheduler, you can choose the date and the time of when you want that campaign to go out to. All right. And you can even, when it says the time, you can schedule what time zone. So if this was going to a list of your US list, right, then you might want it to go out at 9 a.m. New York time. If it was an Australian list, you might want it to go out at 9 a.m. Sydney time, etc., etc. So then you can go and schedule that. So duplications is great for our emails because you might want that email to go out 3 different times over the next week. So when you set up your email to start off with, go and clone it and go and schedule it so that it's all done in one hit, and then that will then be sent when it's due to be sent. So that's it for Contact Manager. That was the enhancement there, being able to duplicate it. Earlier, I just mentioned before about your autoresponders for your opt-in box. There's autoresponders. All right, so we click on autoresponders. Okay, so then we can see here, you can go and choose your contact list. In here, there is no autoresponders for that list. So now you just go create autoresponder. I'm not going to go through that tonight because tonight's not autoresponder training on there, but just to show you that that's where you do go to do your autoresponders when you do your contact list for your opt-in form. Now, what autoresponders might you want to do? You might want to do a welcome, all right, or a thank you for opting in. One of them might have been for downloading your ebook. Well, you might want to go and put that link in the email to go out to them. Totally up to you, total flexibility of what you want to do with your autoresponders. So that's me covering off tonight with all the enhancements that we've done there. There are a couple of things that do need tweaking, and as I said before, the team will be watching this video and they'll be fixing that over the next couple of days. So I'll leave it open if we've got any questions on anything here, and I can cover off on that before we finish up tonight. Going once, going twice, nobody's typing, so I assume that we're all good. Peter's typing, okay. I'll give you 3 seconds, Peter. 3, 2, 1, type quicker. Thanks, Rob, good on you, mate. Okay, good to see you on the call, buddy. And Janine, good to see you on the call tonight too. Okay, keep an eye on your emails for when our next, can you have it, share the link? Yes, for sure, Janine. I'll get that done probably tonight for that, because I'm going away on holidays tomorrow. I fly out early tomorrow morning. So thank you for giving me some work to do at midnight tonight. Okay, so I'll get that done for you and get the link out to you to watch tonight. Keep an eye on your emails, and I'll update you on when the next webinar is going to be. But we're taking a break over the Christmas and New Year period. So we probably won't have another webinar until like the second week of January. We do have a skeleton staff still on for support over that period of time. Right, so utilize the Christmas period if you're taking a break to get in there and start having a play and spend some time learning how to build dynamic pages. So thanks for the Merry Christmas message there, Janine, and I wish everybody on the call tonight a great Christmas and an awesome New Year. And thank you for your support for 2017. Really appreciated that, and thank you for everybody's feedback. With everything, that's how all our enhancements has been done. Like, we got a great one tonight by Mark asking about Facebook reviews. So there is something that we'll look at implementing next year, in the early part of next year, I'm sure. So thank you again for your support, and let's see how we can go for 2018. Let's make 2018 our best year ever. So thanks again, guys, and good night for now.